The snow glare is crazy. The sun reflecting off of it. So I want to show you this, and then I have a story about this. My dad had taken us on a hike in Vancouver, and he picked the hike ahead of time. And on the day of the hike, it was very snowy, and there was a really big snow glare. And when we got to the start of the hike, there was like a ski shop, mountain shop, and my dad stopped in it to, one, let them know where we were going and to ask for any advice on the trail. And so the guy who's working at the ski shop says, "Oh, the snow glare is really bad today. All you need sunglasses. Did you bring sunglasses?" And my dad's like, "No, we didn't bring any sunglasses." And the guy's like, "It's literally not safe for you to be out there without sunglasses." And you say not safe to my dad, he on it. "Everyone pick out sunglasses." And I can count on one hand how many times I was allowed to get something from a gift shop. Not something that ever happened. This is one of the times. So I said, "Oh my God, I'm going to get sunglasses." So we go to pick out sunglasses, and they didn't even have like the cheapo ones. Like my mom's like, "Get the cheap ones, like $7.99. Nothing. Everything was $30. It was like $27.99. And I got to pick out any sunglasses I want. And they were all kind of ski. Like they weren't like fashion ones, but I was like still so pumped. So we pick out our sunglasses. My mom's pissed. And we go on the hike. And I'm so excited about my new glasses. I'm like rocking them. I'm like, this is amazing. That like it makes the first part of the hike okay. And the first part of the hike's like an hour. And we were supposed to go to this like lodge on the hike. It was like a cabin. And it was empty. It was going to be an empty cabin. And we had seen one of these before on another hike we went to. And it was just like a place to rest. It had no heat. It would just be like a place to get inside for a little bit. But it would have nothing in it. Like maybe things people left behind, but nothing cool. Like I kind of knew what we were looking for. And I was probably like 14 years old. And after an hour, we don't get to the cabin. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. Like, I looked at the map. It should be about an hour. Then an hour and a half goes by. No cabin. So I start saying, like, "Dad, I'm pretty sure the cabin was supposed to be here already." And he was like, "Yeah, I think that too." And then my mom's like, "We already talked about it." I was like, "Okay, well, I didn't know." And, you know, the hike's cold. It's really snowy. We had, like, regular shoes. And it was packed ice, so it wasn't bad. But, like, it was not a great hike. My dad was definitely nervous the whole time, and there was really bad snow glare. And then my dad's like, "I don't know where this is." And we're looking at the map, and I'm like, "This is just weird." And my dad says, "I think I see smoke coming out of a chimney ahead. Let's go to that chimney." And it was like around a bend. You could see like something coming up. And I was like, all right, maybe. Why would it take us 2 hours to get to something that takes an hour? But there was a lot of ice, whatever. We come around the bend. Nothing. Emptiness. That thing we thought we saw, hallucination. And a couple hikers come by past us, and they're like, "Hey," we're like, "How you doing?" And my dad's like, "I'm so sorry to ask, like, we're looking for this like lodge." And the people say, I'm like with my dad as he asks this, and the people say, "Oh, yeah, that got covered in an avalanche. Yeah, passed it about an hour ago, probably." And actually, I probably wouldn't go that way. Definitely not safe for kids. Ice is really bad up there. And I just like horrified. I looked at my mom. My dad looks at my mom. He's like, "Got it." And I was like, "So we hiked to nothing?" And for me, at least with any hike, there's something you reach for, right? There's something you get at the end of it. And that like is probably the only thing that makes the hike worth it to me. I don't like any other part of it, but I like making it to the end or doing the thing you're supposed to do or seeing the vista, whatever the thing is. And my dad's like, "Got to turn around." And we turned around, walked back in my $30 sunglasses, bopping along the mountain, just pissed that everything was covered in an avalanche. My dad like never lives it down. We still bring it up.